I guess the thing that keeps coming up for me is, regardless of how we identify, the word that keeps coming up for me is wholeness, and the journey to being whole, and being comfortable in our own skin. That's what the journey has been for me as a straight man, born into society where I was told this is the way that you are, especially with relating to life and in relationships, not as how I saw other guys that I grew up with, made me question my sexuality. And oftentimes other people thought that I was gay, and I was really confused for a long time. I always liked making out with girls, but finally moving into a space of being whole, at least for me, it's recognizing that how I relate, the fact that I sit like this instead of like that, doesn't determine at all who I am, and that the inherent wholeness that is within me from the spiritual standpoint is what drives me now. But the challenge of, oh my gosh, the challenge of growing up on a street with all girls, it wasn't a challenge, but then there was the guys that lived down the street that wanted to play football. And it was cool to play football, but I liked playing Ken. Because I got to hang out with the girls. To be brutally honest. But just the journey to wholeness is what just keeps coming up for me. From our conversation yesterday, that some of us have to go through sometimes a physical transformation, but ultimately there's something within us, I think, that says, yes, I am. And that it's taken me a long time. I feel like I'm just starting to say, yes, I am. In my masculinity and being okay, probably in my late 20s, early 30s is when I really started to develop intimate relationships with men, like my boys, and was okay with that. Because in college, I went the extreme of, I was taking all these, feminist courses and deep, women in the modern Western state and reading Refusing to be a Man, and it meant throwing everything out because there was an element of masculinity that was negative. And now I feel like I'm just stepping back into owning and understanding the beautiful side of masculinity. And I'm grateful for that.
So I would love you to speak to what you love about your orientation, your identity. What do you love about it?
I really like the festivals. You know what I mean? If you've never been to one, you should go. My sisters, what can I say? I love the solidarity of my sisters, Sometimes I love the clothes we wear, those A-frame t-shirts, those Keen sandals. Really comfortable. I really, honestly, guys, I love how diverse that we are. You won't meet two lesbians that are exactly alike. They're like snowflakes. But really, yeah, the lives that we lead. Some of us have children, some of us don't. The families that we're able to choose and grow with. I love all those things.
And you told me you love the smell.
They smell like candy. Strawberries, baked cookies, all good things. Yeah, girls smell good. Yeah.
opportunity it affords me to experience relationships without any bias, without anything that blocks the flow of love from the essence of love to the physical expression of it. I feel like it's such a gift to be able to explore the beauties of men and women in all orientations. There's nothing that gets in the way for me for that. And I love that the opportunity it affords me to relate to other people. I can see so many different perspectives, and I have so much to offer another because of my perspective and my experiences. So I love it for that, and I love what bisexuals do by owning it and saying, I'm bisexual, I'm here, I'm proud, and this is what it is.
Will you speak to the challenge you talked about yesterday around looking into the future? Around family, around what is that, when we do visioning, or when we look into the future.
We were talking yesterday about, what do I see myself with? Do I see myself in with a man or a woman? And that's been a challenge for me around deciding, trying to think that, do I have to decide? Is it a man, is it a woman? And as a spiritual community that practices visioning, we can easily get caught up into form. And it's been a challenge, and it's been an invitation for me to let go of that. That it's not about gender, it's not about form, it's about who I want to connect with, what kind of relationship do I want to have, and how do we come together as a partnership? Because I do desire a monogamous relationship long term, and I'm open to whatever that will look like.
What do you love about being a transgender man?
Well, love is a strong word. I think that I appreciate my experience in that I feel like I can probably do, like anything that I face now is going to be a cakewalk. Compared to this. I think it's brought me a lot of strength and a lot of wisdom. I think I've learned a lot that I wouldn't have otherwise. I also think that I appreciate women a lot more than many heterosexual men. But I appreciate their experience.
We all love women. I will have coffee with them all day long.
Yeah, I think it's mostly been it's created a much stronger bond with me and my family and my friends, and I've sought out and created a very strong, close-knit community of family and friends that I don't think I would have had otherwise.
Will you explain could you describe yourself as what you say, hetero-flexible?
That's not like a real identity. I think it's an easy way of saying that I'm the vast majority of the time I'm interested in women, but I'm open to men. I just feel like I should just be honest about it. I'm not going to deny anything. Once you admit you're transsexual, you can pretty much just... So yeah, I'm open to both, but I'm predominantly interested in women.
Yeah. But with all the absolute respect in my heart, you are a very good-looking man.